Good morning, you choose you. Flying this little, this one's the SonikRC Spitfire. The owl deer markings. I had two batteries charged up yesterday when I flew the Eachine VMC SE5A mash-up, but the wind started picking up. Wind is also picking up today, so I'm going to just use up the second charged battery in something that's going to be a bit more crash proof and should fight the wind a little better. Anyway, that's the plan. Let's stick it in the air. Here we go. Right. Got to be a bit careful with foamies at the moment, as I haven't been flying for several weeks, 6 coming up 7. Nails have grown a bit and they tend to sort of leave marks on the foam, so I'm just going to handle it very gently. Anyway, enough chat, let's get going. We're in beginner mode, which is good because we're all beginners flying these, aren't we? Apart from those who've got the reactions of house flies, which I don't. Anyway, here we go. Take it on the side of the sun, so it's not a silhouette. Excuse me. A year ago, under where the plane is now, we submitted plans for some solar panels to go in to power the barn and the house. A year on, and we've only just had the date where we can actually put the solar panels in, and that is next Tuesday. They're going to go right there under the plane now. We try and do the right thing, and bureaucracy just keeps sticking its nose in. Bastards. Anyway, we are getting there with it, so that's good. The guy started painting our barn yesterday, no, day before yesterday. I think we broke him. He's got to change his plans. He's got to get sand blasting equipment to get that white render off of the galvanized metal. So that's made that job a little longer than we'd hoped. Anyway. Blue sky. I'm flying a Spitfire, even though it's a tiny Spitfire. It's a Spitfire, and I'm happy. The wind is kind of picking up. When hasn't it been the last couple of months, and that's like worldwide. So where there are little lulls in the wind, I mean we've got gusts of 20 at the moment, but a wind speed around about 9, which this thing can deal with. Say that is meeting a strong headwind. It's a good thing about these little Eachine 400s, isn't it? I mean, they are pretty damn miraculous when you think about it. I mean, I'll be thinking twice about flying. Oh, look at that. Is that a tiger moth? Yes, I think it is a tiger moth. Wow, what a nice sight. So I wouldn't want to fly either of my tiger moths in this wind, but I could bring this tiny tot of a Spitfire out to fly. Wow, what a sight that tiger moth is. Beautiful. It probably looks like a little tiny pinprick in the sky on the video, but I assure you it was quite close and reasonably low. God. Let's knock this into intermediate mode. And yeah, looping isn't this one's forte. The T28 Trojan that loves to loop in the intermediate setting. Oh, I got a loop out of it. Hurrah. And a little victory roulette. Put it back down to beginner mode again. When you haven't flown for 6 weeks, pretty much, other than a couple of little flights, just flying anything is just so good for the soul, isn't it? Even this. I love it. Best hobby on earth. Let's hope it doesn't get ruined by legislation. Something I do fear for in our hobby is how useful it has proven to be by bloody brave Ukrainians in keeping the invaders at bay in their country using RC drones. I mean, I don't need to sort of elaborate further, do I? It's a hobby that can be weaponized. You can't weaponize fly fishing or football or crochet. But of course for this stuff you can. And it has been in the past, it's nothing new. Remotely controlled drones have been used in World War II. In fact, the Focke-Wulf TA-154, correct me if I'm wrong, was converted to be something called the Mistral when it had a Focke-Wulf 190 strapped to the top of it, and then the 190 pilot could release himself and then guide the bomb-laden 154 Focke-Wulf to do its dirty, horrible work remotely. Whether the pilot did that or whether it's someone on the ground, I don't know. Correct me, inform me, educate me, but yeah. Well, it's been a nice little dip in the wind and it's just sort of starting to come back. I also think now of the late Brian Ford and his absolute love of these things, his smile machines. God bless you, Bri. Miss you. Get back to intermediate mode. There's a lot of military stuff up in the air. I think that's what's that? That's there. The big heavy lifter, the US Air Force. Or it might be the A400M, I don't know, not very good on those. Of course, it's all kicking off around the world, and the military, bless them, are needed. Reading in a news website this morning that some idiots broke into Brize Norton Air Force Base and damaged a couple of aircraft. If you're anything like me, you'll have a pretty poor opinion of that. I wonder why the RAF regiment didn't kinetically dissuade them, shall we say. Anyway, it's a funny old world, isn't it? Funny old world we live in. I think the battery might be starting to run down now, so let's bring her in. Come on, Owl dear, you've flown your mission today. Bring her home into the long grass. That's it. Well, there she is, back safe and sound. Hope you enjoyed that flight, and yeah, you know the drill. Stay safe, keep tin hats on, and please do come watch another PRCA video as soon as you like. Gina and the SonikRC 400mm Spit signing out. Bye.